Standing back better. Okay. So I've collected a substantial amount of crutches over the years. And today I'm going to talk about the most important crutches that I've collected. First, I'm going to talk to you about the 2010 crutches I got my 10th grade year of high school, and then I'll move on to the crutches I've had this past year, my sophomore year of college. My first set of crutches was in 2010. It started off with a hip injury that I got from playing soccer. It was about 6 to 8 months before we even knew what was happening, and we figured out in the summer before my sophomore year of high school that it was a torn labrum, and so I had microscopic surgery where they sewed back together my cartilage that was in my hip, and that put me on crutches for about 6 weeks. And I went to a really big high school space-wise, so it was really hard to get from one side to the other on the crutches, and luckily I didn't have to be on crutches any longer than those 6 weeks. And I didn't have any crutches for the next about 4 years, which was great because I had plenty of crutches prior to my crutches from my hip injury. My sophomore year of college, I joined Alpha Xi Delta, where I came among a curse, which I didn't expect. From joining Alpha Xi Delta, I've since received 2 injuries, one for each foot. Bid day, the first day that I was in the sorority, I twisted my ankle. A couple days later, I played soccer on it, which led to a sprained ankle on my right foot. Sorry. And I was in crutches. I was supposed to be in crutches for about 8 to 10 weeks, but I ended up being in crutches the entire semester, which was, not great. And so finally I was out of crutches after all the additional injuries with the sprained ankle that weren't fixed. And about 3 weeks into the spring semester is when I injured my left ankle. That was also from playing soccer when I went against a male in a co-ed soccer game. And luckily I was only on crutches for about 4 weeks, but that came with residual injuries. Sorry. So I haven't been on crutches since then, which is great. And now that I've talked to you about my 2010 injury and my sophomore of college year injury, I'm really just hoping that I will no longer need crutches.